Hello world. For my fellow van lifers out there, just wanted to show you two different options to consider on the smaller side. I don't care for the large transit vehicles, like let's say the Ford Transit or the Dodge Ram ProMaster with the high roof, even the Ford Econolines. I think you can get much more value, use, and resale out of more of your traditional, in this case, it's a minivan and a small SUV. And let me show you what I mean. I'll leave we'll go small to large. How's that sound? So let me leave this option for a moment. Let me show you. This is a Honda CR-V. I happen to spin out the sun. We're just kind of parked. But I just want to kind of stroll along and show you in this particular situation, when you buy the car, it comes with a pole shade. At least this model did. This is a 2015 Honda CR-V. And instead of the pole shade, I took it out, put a piece of plywood that happens to be screwed from under to this 2x3 where the pole shade normally goes. The reason why I screwed up and under is so that it gave me a lip. And that lip is important because I'm going to pull a little lever here that releases the seats. You can release one seat, you can release the other seat. And as those seats go down, now all of a sudden that lip becomes important. And what I do is I put my suitcase and a gym bag. And then underneath, these are just a pair of legs that just happen to be sitting there. I don't even have them screwed in. Sometimes they fall, but you could screw it in easily. It still allows you to have full length of your feet. I happen to put my head down there, my feet here. So my feet go under the board, my suitcase, my gym bag. It still allows you access to the spare tire. Just in case something were to happen, you can get to the spare. All right. And then just going inside the vehicle, when you open it, I put my head here, feet that way, done. Now, as far as seeing in the vehicle, yeah, you can see just a little bit. But you can buy some type of sun, put it in the window, or I do nothing. No one notices. Okay, now let me go to the larger minivan. And I'll start with the side here. Now this minivan is a version that I've been doing when I used to be in the Honda CR-V. I went to a Toyota Sienna. I've also had a Honda Odyssey. I happen to think they're both equal, but I do like the drive of the Odyssey better. So if I had an option, I'd buy the Honda over the Sienna. Um, I just bought a standard piece of plywood. In this case, this is a 3/4. One side's finished. I bought that in 2020 for 50 bucks at Home Depot, and it goes the whole width. It just slides right in. That's my base. I had to lift it a little bit on the front because these cars naturally have a slope. And what I've done over time, you can see my other videos, I've made this bench that folds to the bed, my closets in the back, two shelves, and the shelves can be whatever you want. That doesn't really matter. You'll see my other videos, I have my solar is down here under the bed where you're not really using that space anyways. And then I've added this cooler most recently. Let me just show you real quick on the cooler. It happens to be out. You can enjoy it. But at the same time, we can close the lid. It's on a pair of glides. Take the pin, lock it in place for when you head down the road. And there you go. That's at least the way I do things. With my solar panels on the roof, those are two 100-watt solar panels. And those guys allow me to have an inverter and also a 12-volt battery, so I can have an accessory like 110. And I happen to use an induction cooktop, little portable single burner. As far as the sink goes, water and all that, I'm pretty simple. I got a kettle for instant hot water, a little bucket that I can use to wash dishes, my cups, plates, bowls. That's like camping stuff from the 80s. And then my water source happens to be these two that I fill up routinely all around the city, but maybe I'll have to go to something bigger. Not really sure, but it's done the job for me. Okay, and then just off the battery, I just keep my phone cable always accessible so I can constantly charge up. One last thing, in the back of it, This is where I've been able to add 20 coat hangers, my suitcase, as well as shoes, which go down in the bottom. I've removed the third row. So I've got like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes. I put my suitcase there, my gym bag there. I have my tennis racket in the back. Underneath my clothes is a nice product. This happens to be the DieHard 1150. This will allow you to use as an air compressor, a flashlight, jumpstart your car. It has USB, 12 volt. It's about 140 bucks at Home Depot. They also sell a different brand at Lowe's. There's a Schumacher brand. Anyhow, look around. There's sales on these once in a while. This is the top of the line one that allows you to jump the car. And so that's nice having the backup. Dirty clothes go in the bag that my sleeping bag came in. And this is how I do it in the back. This is the mattress that I bought at Costco for 50 bucks. That goes when the seat's down. And then I have this on a hinge so you can access the sleeping bag, the gym bag, and if you need to get into the back to the solar. All right, so those are two options to consider. Again, that's what works for me as a single person. The Honda CR-V I bought brand new for $25,000 in 2015. The Toyota Sienna I bought used just about a month ago here in 2020 for $15,000. If I had to do it again, I would have just started in the minivan and not wasted my time with the CRV. It has nothing to do with the car itself, it's just the body structure of the car, the type of car. In this case, the minivan, I believe a used minivan. I bought this from a Lexus dealer. It was what I considered a very fair value. I traded in my Honda Odyssey that had 176,000 miles, and I went with the Toyota because that's what was the best price on the market for used. Honda is a little more expensive, so just kind of keep that in mind. But I believe the Honda is a better product, so take that for what it's worth. Okay, all the best to everybody out there. Hope everyone's safe, and bye for now.